Hey guys, welcome back to Exoticteablog. I'm back with another podcast video. Before we get into this one, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so every single time I post you'll be notified. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe, return subscribers, y'all keep doing shit for me. And quickly tap link in description and also comment section to subscribe to my backup channel at Exoticteablog 2. Do not miss out. Let's get into this video. Still today the topic is the reason Cardi B hasn't dropped her second album. So like we all know, Cardi B did put out her first album, Invasion of Privacy. That was her debut album in, I believe, 2017. And after this album, Cardi B did put out several songs that got her name out there in the streets. And when I say she has been there for like 2015, 2016, 2017. That was the year she did pop with her song Bodak Yellow. But with all this about Cardi B, she still hasn't gotten her second sophomore album in like 7 years, and there's different reasons why she hasn't put out that album. If we're going to be honest, in this video, she hasn't put out that album mostly because of Nicki Minaj, but we finna get to that. So all those years did pass. Cardi B had several songs like Money. She had collaborations with Post Malone, Maroon 5, Rita Ora. She even had a hit song, I believe, in 2020, and that song was a global hit, WAP. And right after the WAP whole era, WAP was a good player for an album. She didn't, and she put out her next song, Up was a bop, but it wasn't really a global bop. But it was during the lockdown, and the Cardi B fans, aka the Delusional Gang, was basically expecting Cardi B to put out the album the following year. So everybody thought she was going to put out the album, but still Cardi B and also her record label Atlantic Records was still waiting on Nicki Minaj. And to me, the whole Cardi B and Nicki Minaj story kind of funny, because most people think Nicki Minaj was basically waiting for Cardi B, but Nicki already had a date for her for her fifth album, which is Pink Friday 2, that it came out 2023. Nicki had a date, but people was coming out to say, oh, Nicki was waiting for Cardi B to put out her album, but that was like vice versa. They're moving over to from there now to how Nicki and Cardi B got entangled. They was featured on Motorsports featuring the Migos, and that song was originally supposed to be Nicki Minaj and Quavo. Then fast forward from there, Nicki and Cardi B did meet at the Met Gala. They took pictures, and it was clear to the public that Nicki was cool with Cardi B. Mind you, all the stuff happened. Then Cardi B was coming out here to rant about Nicki Minaj changing her verse on the Motorsports, blah blah blah. Those whole situation was basically playing out there. Nicki and Cardi B got into a splat at the Hyper Bazaar. Cardi B did told you at Nicki Minaj. This whole blah 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 shit happened. Then that whole situation triggered the hate train on Nicki Minaj, and we saw too many A-listers like Drake, Rihanna, like most celebrities did switch up on Nicki Minaj during the hate train. Nobody was agreeing to support Nicki Minaj, and with the hate train, Cardi B was able to garner fans because of people that doesn't like Nicki Minaj. They started to support Cardi B. But with all these years and times of past, fans were still expecting Cardi B to put out the album. She didn't. She put out a collaboration with Kanye West. Her Ish, the song brutally flopped. Not only that, she did put out several collaborations with too many people, but they kept on flopping. And Nicki comes in 2023 and announced that her album Pink Friday 2 was going to be coming out. We also saw Nicki Minaj announcing that her album was going to come out, and the Barbs were so happy and also ready to support Nicki Minaj as usual. Then all of a sudden Cardi B comes out. And she did announce that her album was going to be coming out same 2023 at the Breakfast Club, and I've got receipt with me, so y'all should pay good attention to this video.
It's missing.
I gotta put it out. I gotta put it out next year. Like, I feel like, I don't know.
So what you think? First quarter? Are you gonna wait until April and do like the anniversary of Invasion of Privacy? You drop on April 6th again?
I think I should put it out like around that time, because it's like, it's not even about putting out an album. It's like putting visuals.
Yeah. Because it'll be the five.
So that was right after Nicki Minaj did put out the announcement that she was going to be dropping her album, and she also did extend the album dates. And Cardi B said she was going to be putting out the album same time she dropped her debut album, Invasion of Privacy. But yeah, goes Cardi B stalling and also waiting for Nicki Minaj. She didn't put out her album. Atlantic Records still not beating the allegation of them stalking and also waiting on Nicki Minaj to put out the album. And also, not let's rewind back to the time fans was coming out to say, oh, Cardi B was going to replace Nicki Minaj, and I was saying Cardi B was just an industry player, and also she was there just because they wanted her to replace Nicki Minaj. Most people would say, oh, I'm capping ish, I'm saying ish, but there was clips circulating around of a rapper coming out to claim and also putting her whole shit to the table and also on the floor. The Atlantic Records was basically wanted to pay her to write a diss track towards Nicki Minaj. Even Remy, I think Remy D got a check to put out the Cheetah album that flopped terribly, and most people was coming out to say, oh, those people. But it's clear to see now that Cardi B was only put up there giving all the stats and accolades because they wanted her to take out Nicki Minaj. It's clear to see. If you want to stay delusional, you can stay delusional, but we are speaking honest fact on this podcast. We're gonna be realistic to ourselves, but you also take a good look at this video too.
Is it actually true that you got offered 250k to write a diss track for Nicki and you turned it down?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
What?
Are you only hearing about this now?
I remember hearing about it at the time, but I've never had a chance to actually speak to you about it.
Oh yeah, no, literally, yeah. Genuinely, that's what happened. And that just came from me doing a cover of Look At Me Now, you know, Busta Rhymes. It went on World Star, and then like Atlantic Records was trying to reach out. Fast forward, I'm sitting down in front of this guy with my manager at the time, and he's just like, yeah, we basically want you to do a diss track to Nicki Minaj. This is after I played him my whole like EP or whatever I've got coming out. And it's like he didn't really care about it. And I just knew something wasn't right. And I went away, I'm not gonna lie, I went back on the flight home, I was bawling, because I'm thinking, yo, this might be my only opportunity to get my mum a house. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't, because fast forward, then Nicki invited me to her.
So yes, if you was doubting me, that was a video clip of a person coming out to confirm. I believe she's a female rapper, and Nicki Minaj later on invited her to her show. So that was a video of somebody coming out to check Atlantic Records for paying people, and I don't think that whole issue is done because they were still out here trying to sabotage Nicki Minaj. Let's not say, oh, they collaborated with Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice for the Barbie movie. I mean, that was strictly for business. But Atlantic Records tried to take Nicki Minaj on their captive. They couldn't, and now they got Cardi B. So the main reason Cardi B hasn't put out her album, and that's fact, I don't see nobody coming out to be delusional and say I'm lying or I'm just being biased, is because of Nicki Minaj. Because even now, Nicki did put out her Pink Friday 2 album, selling out 228k, and mind you, they took out 100k from her album sales. So Cardi B, I don't think Cardi B can do that organically now. She can't do that shit for now. Let's be real. She cannot do 200k first week. She can't do that shit. Her debut album was only hyped and also pushed with the whole Nicki Minaj hate train narrative. Do not support Nicki Minaj. Everybody hated Nicki Minaj. But like now, no, we in 2018, 2017. Nobody's looking at that shit. Nobody's looking at that crap. Cardi B's flopping. And she did come out checking the fans saying, oh, she was going to put out the tour dates and also the album dates for her fans, that they should calm down. The album is coming out this year, 2024. Honestly, Cardi B is so exhausting, and we gotta be honest with her. Album is going to flop. She know that shit for sure. The singles she's put out so far, Hot-ish, Bongos, I believe she did put out Like What and also Enough Miami. Those singles flopped. All of them tanks, and those are supposed to be the biggest single. Everything narrows down to every female rapper that hates Nicki Minaj asked her for a collaboration and was declined. They got declined, even Cardi B, because I think around 2017, 2018, Cardi B wanted to work with Nicki Minaj. She wanted to work with Nicki Minaj. So it's clear to see that all these girls hate Nicki Minaj because Nicki declined their work. But the matter of today, we're going to stick to it there. The only reason Cardi B has not put out her album is she's scared to flop. She knows if she dropped Nicki, is going to drop another album, because Nicki confirmed that on tour that she has another work coming 2026. So Cardi B is scared. She might as well stall till that year and put out the album. But but it's clear to see that she is only scared of Nicki Minaj. She don't want to flop. But anyways, put your thoughts and your opinion about this whole situation down below. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you on the next podcast video. And I'll see you. Thanks for watching.